The movie
is called Another Day.
Another Vlog.
Uh-oh. So, babe, I realize I talk way too much.
Do you? We had no idea.
Okay, alright.
Just kidding, just kidding. Welcome guys to this vlog. It's actually New Year's Day when we're filming this, so Happy New Year's. Well, Happy New Year's.
Well, okay, this is the issue we're dealing with. Jacko was in town, so we wanted to vlog with him. That was the last vlog that you saw. And now it is New Year's Day. And we said like, it's 2020. We were filming like the day before.
It was yesterday.
It was yesterday. So it wasn't 2020 when we filmed, but now it's 2020. And now it's actually 2020 and it's the first. Just in case some of you guys were confused and were like,
but
timeline,
you guys are also probably confused by the title, and I think we have some catching up to do. Today's a really happy day for us.
It is.
Where my family's out actually on the balcony.
But a lot of you guys already know this, some of you guys, and have been tweeting us.
Or like Instagram DMing, going like, when are you going to talk about this?
Yes, and this is for the past week since in America
it came out Christmas Day.
First. And, okay, just, wait, should we go into the living room?
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
My family are all out there. Okay, I don't even know how to like explain this, but obviously the title explains it all. Let's go back to the start of 2019. Oh, so long ago, 2019.
Was that at the beginning of 2019 when the first meeting happened?
I think
feel like
so.
It could have even been 2018.
Okay, basically we had a meeting with...
Well, I think we should rewind a little bit.
Okay.
Our managers contact us and say, you guys have a meeting with this guy named Christian, and he is the head of casting at Fox Animation. So we're like, okay, that's cool.
We were very confused.
Yeah, we're like,
what?
okay, cool. So then first meeting, the day comes. Was Milo sick?
Yes, and we had like a plumber coming or something. There's two things.
Milo was sick, and then there was like
something happening with our house.
That like drywall needed to be ripped out and stuff like that. So Jess had to end up staying, and I went and took the meeting by myself. Went great. I was still a little confused as to like why I was like, Christian, if you're watching this, hey, thanks for casting us, and you know, we're not gonna say it yet because people are waiting for the conclusion. Anyway, so I go by myself to the meeting and it went great. We were just talking and he was asking about, you know, our life and like trying to get to know us more, and I was trying to get to know about him and stuff like that. And he just wanted to meet us to see if we were interested at all in like doing any animated movies.
Or like voice
acting work. And I was like, oh yeah, that'd be so sick, you know, like that'd be dope. Then fast forward like what? 3, 4, 5 months or something like that, maybe 6.
It was like a couple months later.
Was it? Yeah,
I went in.
3-ish.
So a couple months later, we both went in again for another meeting. I was able to come this time.
And he was so nice. He remembered everything. He remembered that
Milo was
sick, that our walls were being ripped up, and I was like, oh my gosh, he like cares.
He's very
what?
He's a very, very sweet. So he's the casting director. I don't know if he's I think
I said head of casting at Fox Animation.
Head of casting, right? So he's super lovely. We had a great meeting with him.
Basically, in that meeting, he was like, okay, guys, so I don't have any like really.
They're laughing. They're just watching us vlog. It's fine.
So in that meeting, it was basically like he basically said, oh, we don't have any like main roles, but there's a bunch of like one-line roles, that if you guys are interested in those,
like little cameo, one-liners.
Like in animated movies, if like the main character's walking down the street and then someone off is like, oh, my cat, something
like,
random.
hey man, stuff like that.
Just like the one-off line. So he was like, oh, there's a bunch of those if you guys
are ever interested, and we were like, yes. I've never acted before. Really? Gabe, we already know. Gabe like is an actor, but I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not an actor. Anyway, so...
How much time goes by after that? Another couple months.
I guess so.
A lot of times you take meetings and you don't know. You just don't think things are going to follow through.
You know how YouTubers are like, oh, I have a day of meetings, and you never really find out what those meetings are?
It's kind of like random stuff like that like you just kind of leave and you're just like, okay, maybe something will happen, but I'm not going to get my hopes up, so whatever. Those kinds of meetings,
Anyway, so long story short, we end up getting...
What was that? Long story, shut your mouth.
We both get an audition for this movie, for this animation, and it was my very first audition, like very legit thing that it was happening, and I was freaking out.
Basically, the way auditions work, or at least this audition worked since it's an animated movie, is you go into the vocal booth and you legit record, everything's recorded. Like in a normal audition for like a live action thing, you go in, do your part, it's like a quick, they just film you doing it. For animated movies, they can record your audition, and because it's just the audio recording, they can use that. So we went in and we basically just had like a bunch of pages of these one-off lines. They're like, okay, move to the next one, move to the next one. We're just like doing each line a few times, different ways.
We were in the booth here, and then there's like a bit of glass, and then everyone else in the other room, there was probably
like
10 people in the other room. So it was pretty nerve-wracking.
I think it was like the director and, producers and people like that.
But it was such a fun experience, and we're just really grateful that we even got the experience.
So we go there, do that, and we're like, okay,
that was fun. That was awesome.
But it was like so weird. We were like, the fact that this is actually like followed through and like they want us to audition for these, lines for these roles. The whole thing was like we were just trying not to have our hopes up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because it's a big deal.
It's a big movie.
It is Fox Animation. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so we were just really grateful for the experience, for the audition, to be able to see how that whole side worked.
And then we left saying, whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
God, if you want us in the movie, you want us in the movie.
Yeah.
A while later, actually, it's probably like another month or two or something like that, we're then sent emails of, hey, they want to use your parts for two of the small roles in the film, and
that's
we
we
just had to say yes, and then some of the stuff that we recorded.
So we didn't have to go in and re-record. I guess we said something good in our audition, and so they used that.
But with that said, we don't even know what they used.
No.
Because we recorded like 30 different characters each, because it was just all the one-off lines that they were just like, oh, read that part, and read that. And
anyway,
read that,
so I know we've been rambling for a long time. The movie
is called Spies in Disguise, and it is Tom Holland, i.e. Spider-Man, and Will Smith.
Like such
i.e. Will Smith.
Such an awesome cast. And so yes, it came out Christmas Day in the US and maybe other countries, but over here in Australia it comes out New Year's Day, which is today. So we're going, that's why my family are all here. We're gonna walk to the cinema and go see it all together.
Yes.
We think we have like one line each, so we don't know where in the movie.
But listen, this is just we've acted with Tom Holland or we've done a project. We've worked with Tom. We're in a movie with Tom Holland and Will Smith. That's the reality of the situation.
That's like just such a bucket list thing
right?
for me, especially
like
I have done zero acting, and so it's just like such a cool opportunity.
It is really cool. So to those of you who notice, who are like in America or places where it has already aired, and people are like sending us photos of the credits, screen rolling by and seeing both of our names there. If you go see the movie, send us photos of the credits or just
let us know if you saw it. But yeah, so we don't know when in the movie our voices are going to come out, but we're going to go see now. Oh my gosh, sorry if the dishwasher is so loud. The movie is in half an hour, so we'll head there soon. But we just wanted to vlog today because it's such a cool moment. Just, I don't know, such a bucket list thing for me.
Yeah.
And you too, I know.
Oh yeah, for sure. Are you kidding me?
The movie looks hilarious. Like the trailer and everything, storyline. Yeah. So,
there's like action and stuff. Your boy likes some good action,
We're just so excited, and my family are really excited.
Yeah.
So that is the little update. Obviously, couldn't talk about it beforehand.
But now we're here. Go watch the movie.
Yeah, my family have been outside for like 15 minutes, so let's let them back in.
You guys can come in now. Oh no. Oh no.
This is me.
And that's me. They put us on the poster instead of Will Smith and Tom Holland, obviously.
Like this.
What? We're posing for it? Okay. All right. We're going to take a photo?
Yeah.
All right. How does it look? How do we look? Dang, looking good.
Aww.
Looking good. All right, let's go see this thing. We're in the theater, but we'll check in after the movie. Big summer vlog. That's us.
All right, we're back, obviously.
Jess's family left.
Yeah, it's funny because the cabinets are black, and so you can see us vlogging right now.
Oh yeah.
That's really fun. We saw Spies in Disguise, and
we did. It was really cool seeing
it all come together.
Well, like hearing some of our lines, which was hard to hear because there's like a lot going on, and then one would go by and I was like, wait, was that me?
I could tell which lines were Gabe's because I listened to his audition.
Most of the time you can't really you know, hear because I put on such a good, you know, character voice that, you know, it doesn't even sound like me, so it's whatever.
But yeah, I heard myself once and then I heard Gabe twice.
No, but
maybe 3 times.
There were like some other people there as well when we were there that we heard. And it was funny hearing them and then hearing them in the
we watched their audition as well, and then to hear their parts be in the movie was really cool.
Yeah.
So if you guys go see it, tweet us or whatever, let us know if you hear our voices.
They're
Gabe's
very
is pretty obvious. Well,
there's
maybe.
one line that you can tell that's clear. I think I had 3 snuck in.
Yeah, I think you did too.
There's just a lot going on in the scenes where there's like a lot of people talking. Anyway, with that said, it was really dope, really exciting. Thanks to everyone who let us be a part of it.
Yeah, it was really...
and thank you to Christian.
I know,
That's
so lovely.
Cool.
What a cool experience.
Appreciate you.
Australian?
What?
Appreciate you.
I appreciate you, mate. Yeah, bro, it's fine. My accent is getting a little better, I would say. Over time, it refines, you know? It's only taken a few years of marriage, but it's getting there.
Yep, we've been in Australia for like a week and a half, I think.
Yeah.
And so now he's like super Aussie.
Also, the bad guy in the film had an Australian accent.
Yeah,
so, cool
now
story.
it's 2020. We're still in Australia for a little bit longer.
Hug me, brother.
Yeah, were you waiting for a hug?
Well, I did this and I thought you were filming me, and I went like this, and then you were still filming yourself.
Sorry. So we're in Australia for a little bit longer.
We are.
And then we head back to the US. Need to go pick up our puppy.
Yes, we do. They might be seeing this, and we've already left.
Yeah, I'm not sure when this is going up.
Yeah, but we're here for a bit, go back to LA for a bit, then we have to go pick up the dog
in Florida
at my parents' house.
Yes, so our dog Mai stays with
Milo.
His parents whenever we go somewhere, and he loves it. He loves running around. He gets so much attention.
He loves it, yeah, because there's always more people there.
Yeah.
You know? So he just like gets attention from everyone. Oh, another thing is Jess's dad and I have been, over this break, we've been developing a board game that's like slowly over time coming together.
Like every time we hang out as a family, basically our hangouts are about a board game.
We're going to work. We're putting in the work. We're trying to make a nice, and then we'll play it, and then there's some kinks, then we refine it, you know. But I think we have like the first fleshed out this works version that we're gonna play tonight. So that's exciting. It may not even become a thing. Like if it doesn't end up working out, it doesn't work out.
No, I think it will work out.
I think it will work out too. But with that said, I don't want to get my hopes up and be like, we're releasing a board game, but I'm just like, we posted it on our stories that, oh, like we made up a board game and we were playing it.
But that was the very, very, very first round. It's been changed a lot since then.
Oh, so much. It doesn't even look like.
And the one that I played the last time was actually really fun.
Yeah, actually. It was actually fun. Because the first few times we played it was...
What else?
I don't know.
Doing a little catch up. I've been sick. We've landed in Australia and I got sick the morning after. Like the first morning that I woke up, I was sick.
As I'm packing, before we head to the airport for our time in Fiji, I had a little scratch in my throat.
Is that where it started?
That's where it started. I was sitting there packing and I was like, I feel a scratch in my throat. This is no bueno. Landing in Fiji, the whole thing. I was sick the first few days we were there, and I got sunburned horribly bad on the first day. So I was like a mess the first few days in Fiji.
Yeah, you were. But it was still so much fun. Then he was getting over his sickness, and then we landed in Australia. I got sick.
Yeah.
But I have been sick ever since.
But you're like basically better.
Yeah, I'm basically.
Yeah, you're good.
Basically better.
Basically better.
Basically better.
She's basically better. It's fine.
Basically.
She's basically better, mate. That's pretty good. You didn't think so, because you don't like when I do an Australian accent.
I think this year is going to be really exciting.
It is going to be really exciting. It's not even I think. Like, we know.
Yeah, we know things that are happening that are exciting.
Yeah.
So.
But it's not like everything's just going to happen right away. There's a lot of things that are just trickling through the whole year, which is really cool.
Actually true.
Yeah.
So just...
subscribe.
Stay tuned.
I spit.
I'm most excited for the summer. It all begins in the summer.
What begins in the summer?
The things that I'm excited for. But there's a lot of exciting things that are happening throughout the year, but I'm like, summer is gonna...
Sorry.
Did you guys just see him turn into a TikToker for a second?
I'm an e-boy now. I found out what an e-boy was.
And now he won't stop.
And I'm like...
It's really annoying.
Oh my god.
Anyway, I think that's a good update.
Yeah, I think what we'll do in the next bit of time. In a few days, we're gonna have our beginning of the year, husband, wife, sit down, talk about some goals that we wanna achieve this year, etc. And then I think there are things that we can talk about, just like, you know, like last year we gave ourselves a word, which was rest, and that helps so much. And I think we want to come up with a word this year that like is something that we focus on.
Yeah.
Just maybe a few goals that we have, whether they're like secret and we can't tell you, or whether they're things that we share. You know what I mean?
Sure.
There's some goals that we have now, like things that we're working on, and the goal is to get those things done. So then we can share them with you.
I don't know, I just like totally tuned out, to be honest.
Really? Really?
Well, you just started like saying the same stuff, I felt like, so I was like,
wow, dude, you're like always bash me when I talk for too long. You're just like, dude, I totally zoned out because you were just saying the same crap over and over, and I was just like, okay, good night. Bridget, what have we done in the past?
how many hours has it
It's been like 2 hours.
Well, I made a tea, he made a coffee, we sat on the couch, as grandparents do.
And watched Netflix.
Yeah, and I also did like a recap on my story of 2019, and so my eyes were sore.
Yeah, which took her so long. And
Like
I was just
scrolling
sitting there
through my
like, babe,
stories.
what are you doing? But we are actually now going to go to her parents,
For hours.
which I'm very excited for, because last night her dad and I kind of like figured out, there was like a few kinks that we had to figure out for the board game that I was telling you about.
Honestly, like that's all our hangouts are.
But I'm excited to play tonight. I'll like show you the board and stuff, but yeah.
Don't give too much away.
I know, I don't
Just
want
in
to, but
case.
like nothing might come of this is the thing. I'm just very excited about it, so I want to talk about it, but like nothing might come of this.
Yeah.
But it could, if something does come of it, then me and your dad are board game creators.
Yeah,
You know?
and then they saw it here first.
Yes, that's the thing. We're going to our parents.
He gets so hyped. Also, like
I
him
guess
and
so.
dad together are so cute. Because I mean, I could get really cheesy, but it's just like so cute that now like my husband and my dad are like bonding over something like that, and they're both so passionate about
We're
it.
just creative people, babe. We're
It
creative
makes me
people.
really happy. Although I'm like, hey, can we like hang out now?
And I'm like, we are hanging out. Roll the die. All right, guys, you know what I realized? In the last vlog, I made fun of Jacko so much for having a pimple on his face just because I'm super nice like that. And then God rewarded me.
Oh my gosh, I have one on my chin as well.
Do you?
Yeah, somewhere down there.
Anyway, before we hopped in the car, Jess and I were kind of reminiscing. Also on Jess's story, if you've seen it, it would be gone by now. But
Like so far gone.
yeah.
It's not even worth
But
it.
Jess posted a bunch of the stories that she had storied on her Instagram story in 2019. She kind of did a recap of the year, which was really cool to look back on and see all the things that we did. But before we hopped in the car, the reason why I mentioned that is Jess and I were talking about from the last vlog. Honestly, this is really nice. The sun is kind of like coming through the back window, right? Look at that frame.
I'm gonna keep watching the road.
No, babe, look at the frame. Get your eyes on the road, don't.
Stop that.
What I was gonna say is Jess and I were kind of talking about our first vlogs and how like different they were, right?
A little cringy. We didn't watch all of them. We only watched like the ones that we watched with Jacko yesterday.
Yeah.
But we were like, oh my goodness, why did we vlog like that?
Yeah, I know.
It's fun and it's so sweet to look back on. But
I didn't need to tell people that like I was scratching my ear and that I took 10 steps from the last time. I didn't have to walk them through every single little tiny.
yeah, we noticed that like
detail.
Gabe definitely carried the vlogs at the very beginning, which is expected because I was so new to YouTube, and like even though we were dating for like months and months by then, I was still like, oh, like he's the YouTuber, like I'm learning and like you're the pro.
It's whatever, dude. Like,
And so I even noticed like at the beginning I would let you like carry the vlogs, and because I like didn't want to mess up really.
but look at you now, girl. You're the actual star now.
No.
To be honest.
But now
Yes.
we're just like so comfortable being on camera and talking on camera. Also, I was listening to my voice and my accent's like a little bit more strong.
Yeah.
But it's not even that. It's like I swear I talked different, and I don't know if I sounded like that in real life or if I was just getting used to talking on camera. But I was listening to the videos yesterday and I was like, why did I sound like that?
Maybe I didn't notice it because you know how you overanalyze everything that you do.
Yeah.
You know.
But because I think you still sounded the same, but because
Annoying.
I was still.
And loud.
I think when everyone starts YouTube, it's like a little awkward at the beginning, and you kind of like you're finding your voice. That's so lame.
Wow.
You're kind of like getting comfy.
Yeah. You're just looking at a lens, and talking to a camera.
And
It's not
such
a natural.
bizarre, thing to do. Whereas
Yeah.
now it's like second nature.
Mhm.
We've been doing it for so long, you know.
I know. I get what you're saying, babe.
But yeah, it was just funny looking back.
It's crazy what time does.
What time does.
Crazy what time does. How it just goes and time keeps. Yep.
You know what's really crazy is like
What?
those videos we were watching were in 2016. We're now in 2020.
I know, man, dude. We know what's crazy, what I thought of the other day? I downloaded Vine in summer of 2013. It's
wow.
2020. In 6 months, I will have been social media-ing. How many years is that? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. In 6 months, I'll have been doing it for 7 years. I had to do it on, listen.
You've been out of school for a while.
I dropped out of college because of Vine. I think what we're trying to say is, as time goes on, like the sun, so does the vlogs. So subscribe. Okay, peace. This is their doorbell.
Toby, my little brother, did it especially for us. Dad's working harder.
He's been building the board game, like the prototype. Oh my gosh, he like actually has a bunch of legit stuff.
Hello.
Oh,
Hey, Mom.
oh hi Molly. Say hey to the vlog.
Hey vlog, how are you?
So I made that on the iPad, and then we're translating it. It's looking good. Looking good. They know we're making a board game. They just, you know,
That's right.
they're not gonna know what it is until
Get your response.
until they can play it themselves. If that even happens. Okay, guys.
It's 10 p.m. We're about to drive back to our Airbnb. So the last clip you saw was we filmed Dad. He was like setting up to draw up their board game. Hours and hours passed. That's all they've been working on the whole night. They drew up the whole board game. It looked like really cute.
And then we got into playing it. We played a full round, and it worked beautifully.
It's just a prototype as well. Like what you want it to look like eventually is different.
We'll like design a full theme to it and whatever. But we played it, and guys, it worked.
It was so much fun.
Us two, your dad and Toby, and then your mom and
my cousins
your
watched
cousins
us.
were watching, yeah.
And we were all really into it. It worked.
It worked. After like trial and error for so long, it worked.
Because they've been like trying different things and then would play over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like fully there.
Yeah, and it's funny, we started out with such a different concept and then slowly just kept transforming it and transforming it. Like we had a whole like word cards and everything, and now we're not even using words, and it's like with die and
Oh
it's
my
just really
gosh,
cool.
guys, it's so fun. We love game night. We love games. And I just want to come back tomorrow and play it.
But let's just set the record straight. Who won?
He won. I was like targeted at the beginning. It was really unfair, but look, next time we play, I'll probably win. So don't get too cocky. Come on. You know it's a good game though if we both get competitive like that.
I know.
Like I was
know.
like, oh.
I'm just like on this high right now of like, oh my gosh, it actually worked.
I know.
Because like the past few times we've been playing it, remember like the first time we did the cards and we were like, this is like a 1 star.
Yeah.
You know? But now I was like, oh my gosh, like this is
that
working.
was like that would be in my top games to play
Really?
the game night probably. It was so much fun. I'm not just saying that. Anyway, just thought we'd fill you in on that. But it's so cute that you and Dad did it together, and I think you guys could like make it a legit board game, which is so cool.
We'll
This is
see
not
what
a-
happens.
This isn't a board game announcement.
There's no
but
promises here. We just thought we'd take you on the journey as to what's happening.
Wish you guys could have played it though, because
Yeah, that's true.
it's so much fun. Anyway, we're gonna try back to the Airbnb now.
Yeah. See you soon, dude. Dude, that was just like the what was that was the ugliest thing I've ever done. Later. What's up, squad fam? Welcome back, everybody, to the
Airbnb.
Airbnb.
We basically talked about the board game the entire drive.
This is true. Jess kept talking about the strategy that she was like doing,
And then like Dad was texting us about it. It's just a happy time.
it is a happy time. I was so hype on the board game, and we got in the car and talked about it, and then we were talking about it for a bit, and then during the drive home, I just started shutting down. I'm just like exhausted now.
It's been a big day.
I just used so much brain power.
We
today,
saw Spies
you
in
know?
Disguise this morning.
I know. Oh, that was this morning? What the
Yeah.
heck? That's funny.
Thank you guys so much for watching this vlog.
Love you.
We love you guys, and we will see you. Do you have anything else to say?
I don't have anything else to
We'll
say.
see you in our next vlog.
Peace out.
From Jess
Gabriel.
Gabriel.